Hey everybody, how is everybody doing? I'm talking to you today from London, England, and I'm so excited for everybody to come out and have this little party. So I'm seeing all your questions here. I'm going to try to get to as many as I possibly can. So let me start. I hope everybody's doing well, and thank you all, by the way, for purchasing or streaming the Live Around the World album, Queen Plus Me. We're very appreciative. We went to #1 in Australia. Japan's coming in strong. Thank you all for your support. What's up? Okay. It's 2 a.m. in Seoul. Sleepy, but happy to see you. We had so much fun in Seoul on our tour earlier this year. We had a great time there. It was an amazing audience. I hope to come back. Hi, Adam. Hi, Adam. Yes, I have green hair. Yes, I do. I did it. I was so bored. I wanted to celebrate going #1, you know? Green hair. Who had the idea for the album? Actually, technically, I think the album idea was Roger. He wrote us an email, and Brian and I were instantly very excited about that idea. Why green? Why not? Huh? Yeah? Green's like my favorite color, so I'm into green. Hi, Scotland. Can you do a show in Virginia? Hopefully soon. I hope we can do shows everywhere. You know, we had to postpone our tour, as many of you know. It'll be next year if everything goes well. Hi, Montreal. Tips for songwriting. That's a good question. You know, I'm still asking the same question to all the good songwriters I know. You know, I'm still learning. I think it's helpful to walk into a writing room with some ideas already. Maybe there's a couple songs you really like the style of to kind of kick you off, or a conversation that you had with somebody. Conversational songs seem to do really well because we can all relate to them. Hello from Norway. How are you today? I'm well, thank you. Oh, thank you. I just bought this shirt yesterday. The Netherlands, love it, love it, love it. Italy, yes. Green works because it's Halloween season. You know, that was kind of what I was thinking. I was like, it's Halloween month. I want to feel festive and wild. And I really like the way the color turned out. It's kind of iridescent almost. And I bleached the hell out of it first. And then I put like a couple different color greens and some blue on there in different layers. So it's sort of like mixed, which I like. What candle am I burning? Oh, this is a diptyque candle, and it's Santal. I love this smell. Love it. Favorite Queen song to sing? Do you know, I get asked what my favorite song is all the time, and I still don't know. It just depends on the day, depends on the feeling. I love them all, really. I know that's a overly diplomatic thing to say, but it's true. Would you ever consider doing a virtual at-home concert? Yeah, I think that would be cool. It might even be fun to do it not at my house, but do it like at a studio with some musicians. That might even be better. Do you have a new superpower since the pandemic started? A new one since the pandemic. That's a really good question. I wish I had like a witty, funny answer for that, but I think I need to go to the writer's room for that one. That's funny. It might be sitting on the couch and watching TV. That's my new superpower. How's that? Purple Rain by Prince. Have you ever sang it? That would be a good one to tackle. That would be fun. What song took the longest to record on the Queen and Adam Lambert album? Well, all the songs from this album were recorded during a live show. So they're all captured from being on tour. So we didn't have to do them in studio or anything. Can you tell us about your musical, please? Yes, for those of you that don't know, I am out here in London working on creating a new musical of original music. But that's all I can tell you. It's too early to give away any secrets. Did you bedazzle your shirt? No, I bought this pre-bedazzled. I did not do this myself. Although that sounds like a fun project. What am I drinking? Oh, this is just apple juice. What's your favorite thing about doing the musical? Writing the musical? I love collaborating. I really like working with other people. So that's a good, oh, hello. That's a good part of it. I like the idea of creating music for something that's not just an album, like to know that there's a story and characters and themes that are sort of predetermined makes for a different experience. It's a totally new approach for me, and I really like it. Why no Killer Queen? That's a good question. We only had so much room on the album. And we kind of wanted it to be songs that were, Killer Queen is such a fun song and it's so silly that I think on this album we kind of wanted it to be more the like legit songs. I mean, Killer Queen, the way I've been doing it is almost like comedy relief. So you can definitely tune into Netflix and watch me camp it up all over the world. A second live album, please? Yeah, that could happen. Who knows? We have plenty of footage stored away. Moonbase 8, that was so much fun to film. And it was something we did like over a year ago, and I didn't know if it was going to end up coming out or not. It was sort of up in the air, and then I just found out that Showtime picked it up, and I have a whole episode on there playing a character, fictional character. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I think it starts next month, and I actually need to find out which episode I'm on. Maybe it's number 3, maybe? I'm guessing. You should do a makeup line. I would love to do a makeup line. Those of you who've been following me, I love makeup. It's so much fun. And I've been doing it for a long time. And yeah, I would love to do a makeup collaboration. Hugs from Denmark. I love Denmark. Where's King Adam on the DVD, though? Yeah, you know what? The Crown didn't make the DVD, the footage, because we used all the Firefight Festival stuff, and I didn't wear the crown for that. Shit, good point. I do love that crown. Will you ever sing Too Much Love Will Kill You? Because I think that would be so beautiful. That is a great song. On this album, we have Love Kills, which is sort of like almost the same title. So I think we've said it once. Any news on a Velvet tour? Sad to say, Velvet, because everything got canceled right after the album came out, the tour got canceled. It was just too hard to postpone at this point. I'm so sorry. I was very disappointed. I spent about a month sort of depressed about it. And I love the album, and I'm really proud of Velvet. But what I'm thinking is, once I have more music out at some point, when I tour that new music, I will definitely make Velvet a very large part of another tour. I have a whole fantasy in mind. I had the whole thing designed, the stage designed. We had arrangements sorted out. I mean, everything was sort of ready to go, and it didn't happen. So it was very, very disappointing. Do you think you will buy a house in London? I don't know. It's not a plan as of now. Do you still sing Velvet songs live? I definitely will. I love my Velvet songs. Oh, Velvet deserves a Grammy. Well, that would be lovely. There's a lot of competition. A makeup tutorial again, please. Okay. I can promise that. We could do another one. I'm into that. Do you think about Pharaoh's tail when you're dyeing your hair? Yeah, hopefully when I see him, I'm actually going home at the end of the month, so I'll be reunited with Pharaoh. I'll probably have to redo his hair or his tail, but yeah, it'll match my hair. That'll be both very cute and kind of ridiculous all at the same time. Do Terrence and Anthony still stay at your home? Sometimes, yeah. They use the house at times. I mean, Terrence, I've known Terrence. He's like my brother. I mean, I love your performance of "Save Me." You know, that was a good one. I want to bring that one back as well. What color are my nails? Sort of like the same color that I'm into. It's this like iridescent green blue thing. I see your left ear. Yes, you can. You know the color, you know, like beetles, you know, those iridescent green blue beetles. That's like my favorite color. I love that color. What are you singing at the Halloween show, October 30th? What Halloween show? Oh, is that the Bette Midler thing? I think it was announced. You'll have to tune in and check it out. How is staying in London compared to during COVID during LA? When I first got out here, it was way more relaxed than LA. But over the past few weeks, they've changed the restrictions and sort of gone back into a more strict protocol. So it's kind of the same. Any ideas on your Halloween costume? Mm-hmm. Lots of ideas, yes. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I will definitely be taking some pictures. I'll try to do some behind the scenes getting ready for that. How's that? If you have one song of your choice, what song will it be doing and why? I always get asked favorites, like what's your favorite this or what's your one this? I'm terrible. I think I'm indecisive. I think it's the problem. I'm a Libra rising. Go figure. Bette Midler, what? She texted me on the phone. It was crazy. I got a text from Bette Midler. I was freaking out. She has a Halloween fundraiser. I know it's been announced. It's a fundraiser for New York parks to help keep them green and plant trees and keep them clean. And I performed a song for it, and it's a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. You can dress Pharaoh up for Halloween. I mean, that would be cute to get him a little Egyptian costume, wouldn't it? Any plans to sing "Is This the World We Created" with Queen appropriate right now? Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe we need to look at that one for next year. It's a good song. How is your health doing, Adam? Are you okay? Yes, I feel healthy. I could probably be working out more, but I'm kind of enjoying not really needing to. What's your favorite time of year? I think October is definitely a highlight for me because I love Halloween. Although this year I think it's going to be a bit dull, but I'll try to make the most of it. Do what I can. And I also I love spring, like when it first starts getting warm again. I really like that time of year too. Did you enjoy Sketch London? Yes, it was a very cool restaurant, very interesting looking. Let me look at some of these other questions that were sent in. What exciting things could we expect in the future in terms of solo projects is the question from Andrea. I try to read these screen names and I can never read them, so I'm sorry. Solo projects. I'm working on this musical, like I said. I have been writing music here and there. I have Moonbases coming out. I'm also voicing a character on a Netflix animated series, which we're still working on. I'm still recording that, and that should be out next year. That should be exciting. And there's some other things up in the wings, but I can't really talk about them yet. I hate to do that to you guys, but I'm not allowed sometimes. Was wondering what goes through your head every night before getting on stage with Queen. Do you still get nervous and think, what if they hate me? Or do you feel honored and excited now that you've been doing this for years? Yeah, I think in the beginning I was a bit more apprehensive about, oh God, will this work? Will people like this? And, should I even be here? I definitely had my fair share of doubts. And luckily I had Brian and Roger to sort of encourage me and make sure that I felt confident, which was great. But now I think those fears have sort of subsided. I mean, I still have my typical like, oh, my, every once in a while I'll be like, oh, my voice feels a little tired tonight, or things like that, like normal singer things. But overall, I really I love getting on stage now doing the Queen stuff because it feels comfy. It feels like music that is now like sort of in my body, like muscle memory, and I can get out there with Brian and Roger and have a great time. And we get to travel all around the world. It's great. How safe was the venue of Jesus Christ Superstar that you went to? How was the show? Well, it was outside. It was a bit cold. And they basically spaced us all out. So it was socially distanced seating. It was about half full, the audience, and we had masks on. So pretty safe. How are Brian and Roger doing? They're doing good. I saw them the week before last when we were doing all the promo for this album. I think I want to see them again before I go. And of course, the big trick is like, okay, be isolated for a few days, get a COVID test, make sure you're safe, then keep isolating and go see them. I know we're all being very cautious, which is great. I think the key personally for me is if you can find a test or afford it or whatever, that really helps me feel safe. Trying to get tested as much as possible just to make sure. Here's another question. Lana from New Jersey. What's the most important thing that you've learned from Brian and Roger? Good question. I can't name a specific thing. I don't think there's like, here's the lesson for today, Adam. But I think that just being around them sort of over the years has sort of rubbed off on me that, their work ethic is incredible. I think I've learned a lot about music via their music and playing with them on stage. Their instincts are incredible. When we make decisions on how we want to perform something, or even something as minor as, like when you get excited in front of an audience, like for the first couple of songs, a lot of times the tendency is to speed up and kind of, get a little bit manic. But Brian and Roger have been doing this long enough where they sort of like keep it grounded. They like know how to keep the song sort of planted down and strong. So their experience really adds to the overall sound of the show, of course. You really glam up on the outside, but inside you seem down to earth. Well, thanks. I love styling myself. It's fun for me. It's always been sort of play time. When I'm getting ready to go out for the night or to talk to all you guys or to get on stage, I'm kind of like, woo, and like it gets me in a mood. It puts me, like anybody really. I think a lot of us enjoy looking our best. And obviously my version of looking my best is, I like to go far with it. But yeah, I like it. And I think it's silly to think that just because somebody likes looking good and playing with makeup and hair and like, wardrobe and fashion and all that stuff, that doesn't always necessarily mean that you're not like a down-to-earth person. So thanks for saying that. Love from Northern Ireland. Oh, thank you very much. That's my Irish accent. I don't know what that was. What's your favorite way of communicating with your audience and fans? I mean, my favorite way is being on stage in person. But obviously this year we can't do that. So I'm really thankful for technology because we've all been able to sort of be connecting this way. What perfume are you wearing? I'm wearing Smudge by Heretic perfume. And it's like a very smoky, there's like Palo Santo oil in it. There's like leather. It's like very like rich and smoky. It's good for this cold weather out here in London. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Whew, I don't know. That's a good question. I think on a professional level, I hope to be always working. I think for me personally, I find it a little bit pointless to try to set specific goals because if I look at the last 10 years of my life, nothing has been planned. It's sort of like opportunities come up, and either you take the opportunity or you don't, and that leads to the next thing. So I could say that I just want to continue to like keep being creative and keep performing and creating things. I think I am definitely hoping to start moving also into behind the scenes as well as in front of the scenes stuff. I'm never going to stop singing and performing for you guys, but I also like have lots of ideas, and I want to like create things that are, you know, scripts or produce this or that, you know, and I think that's getting exciting because I find myself getting further and further into that world. And then on a personal level, I think I'm ready for partnership. You know, I think this is oversharing with the world, but I've been single and it's been fun. I've had a great time, but like, you know, I think I'm ready to, you know, build a life with a special somebody. I think that would be really lovely. So yeah. I don't think I'm ready for kids though. I don't know if I'm ready for that. My brother's had a second child. I'll be a really good uncle. Favorite makeup brand? Do you know, I'm really into Pat McGrath. I really like I have a couple palettes of her. Her stuff is like high quality. It's like the colors are really sexy. I follow her on Instagram. Her makeup tutorials are great. Pat McGrath. Oh, the Cynthia duet. You guys liked it? I had that. I really wish that we had the luxury of doing it in person together because I'm a huge fan of hers. And I actually met her very briefly at a party after the Academy Awards 2 years ago when we performed. So I'm glad that we actually got to meet and like sort of give each other a hug in person. And I got to express my deep admiration for her eye to eye. So yeah, we created that duet sort of remotely. Do you like sake? Yeah, sake's great. I like it cold, not hot. Pink is a great role model for your career and kids. For career and kids, yeah. Pink is. She's. Obviously, you guys know that I'm like deeply indebted to Pink. She wrote "What Do You Want" for me, so and I'm a big fan. And I think she's got like the right attitude and the right take on things. Voting, good question. Everyone vote who's in America. I requested my ballot. It's going to be sent to my house and I'm getting back before the election, so I'm going to fill it out. And instead of mailing it in, I'm actually going to try to drop it at a physical location just to make sure that it gets in. But it's being mailed to me so I can fill it out at home. Youngblood, yes. Isn't he great? I met him like the last time I was here in London, and I just love the stuff he's putting out. And I love his whole like the new song Cotton Candy is so cute, and I really love his whole thing. I think he's sort of like, it's kind of like bringing the 70s back into the future in a weird way. Like a lot of his ideas and sort of his sensibilities feel like what was going on in the glam rock time, but it's like for now. So I'm very much in admiration of that. He's a nice guy. Adam, what is your iPhone model? It's an 11 Pro, whatever that will do for you. Solo concert in France. You know, I've been to France a handful of times and it is just gorgeous. I mean, anything Parisian is okay, great, fucking cool. Christina Aguilera, yes, I was supposed to be on tour with her this last summer in the States. If COVID hadn't happened, it would have happened. And I'm a huge old-time Christina fan. Like, I saw her on tour when she was 19, and I think we're the same age, or like a year apart. So I saw her like in her first tour. And actually, the funny thing is, guess who was opening for Christina Aguilera when I saw her perform? Destiny's Child was her opening act. So Beyonce was opening for Christina Aguilera. It was crazy. I'm old. What do you want to do when you get back to LA? I can't wait to hike. I love hiking in LA at Runyon Canyon. That's my thing. The fresh air and the sunshine is great. um, with Pharaoh. Like that's a highlight. That's like that's part of like my home routine. I really like it. When are we getting a virtual Velvet concert, Adam? It's a good question. I put it this way, it is something that I want to do. So stay tuned. I'm going to work on it. I promise. Do you know Pharaoh's astrological sign? He's a Scorpio. You knew that I knew this. Yeah, he's a Scorpio, sensitive, but loyal. Some other questions. Can you tell us any more about the projects you've been in the works? I told you. Do you have any dance parties in the grocery store with your headphones on? What are your go-to dance tracks? In the grocery store? No. I do like dance music though. Lady Gaga's new album, Chromatica, is so fun to listen to. Like it's like the perfect like it's perfect album to put on to like move around, either to like run or dance around your house or actually one of the things I've been doing here in London is renting bikes. There's like all these rental bike places. And obviously to be safe, I don't have both headphones in because I want to be able to hear what's going on or else I'd freak out. But I got like Gaga in one ear for a lot of these bike rides and it's really fun. My name isn't Dallas. Would you ever meet a fan over tea and coffee through Zoom? Yeah, I think actually we have something like that scheduled coming up. Yeah, for like I've been trying to do contests. For those of you that are aware, or for those of you who aren't, the Feel Something Foundation is a charitable organization I launched last year, and we're constantly coming up with new ideas. If any of you have any ideas, please message me. I'm open. We're looking for interesting organizations to partner up with. We have some stuff planned. We're really excited. It feels really good to get out there and help people, especially queer people. And in today's world, especially in the U.S., we have a lot of, the current climate. There's a lot of right-wing opposition against the queer community, and our forward motion is in terms of equality goes. So it's something that I'm really, really aware of. The current administration has rolled back so many protections and equal rights bills and things like that. I mean, things with medical, the military. I mean, there's so much that's been going on with this current administration that is just like blatantly discrimination. I mean, it's crazy. I hope everybody goes out there and votes. We have a couple weeks left. Try to get your mail-in ballot in as soon as you can. Do the right thing. Make the choice where you feel like the community will be helped, all of us. I don't think what's currently in place is working, do you? Time for change. All right, I have 2 minutes left. Let's see what else we got here. Let me find something cool. Sing something. Oh, there's someone just texted a bunch of poops. Thank you for that. Do you cook in London? I've cooked a couple of times, but I gotta say I do a lot of delivery. Any more virtual meet and greets planned? I will do one again soon, I promise. Why do you think gay actors cannot come out? Such a shame. Acting is acting, hun. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's changing very slowly. I think there's more gay actors coming out. But your opinion of that is the way I look at it. But unfortunately, I think there's a lot of people out there that I don't know, they just want to believe in the fantasy. I think some of it has to do with the fact that a lot of the people making the decisions are part of the last generation, and they're just still sort of hanging on to these fears of, oh God, it has to be marketable, when we know actually it doesn't matter. I think I gotta wrap it up here in a minute. You love the hair, thank you. I don't know if I'd call it a seafoam or a mint. Trying to see if I got anything else in here good. Do you hang with straight people as well? Yeah. I have straight friends. Duh. Mermaid green. Merman. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I really love you all. I will try to do more and more. It's a seashell green. Yeah, look, see these colors? There's so many colors happening. Ooh. I actually just signed the QALCDs. I signed 1,000 of them just today before I did this. So they're coming to you, I promise. I love you guys. Thank you so much.